Reduce means, reuse means if component is safe to use, we can reuse for some other task. Example, plastic container can be used for storing purpose or as a pot. So reduce means if a small part is broken, we can repair and reduce the wastage rather than throwing everything away. If small part is broken, we can reduce the wastage by repairing that rather than throwing it away. Right. So the next one is recycle. So here, to restate the material, we can hand it over to a recycling company. We can hand it over to a recycling company. So that is called recycle. We can reinstate, right? We can reinstate the material. So these are the possible ways of managing e-waste. Okay, recycling is basically done for the things which don't have a natural cycle. So have you heard about water cycle? Water cycle ahla tiyena, right? Water is basically it's falling down due to rain. It is collected in tanks, and even in ocean it is collected. Then what will happen? The people or animals, plants will use it. After using it will be again collected by soil as a waste, but after some time due to sunshine and heat, it will go back as a gas to air, and it will be collected again in the sky and create a cloud. After that again, it will come to us as a rain. And we have learned that is called water cycle. So that is natural. If you don't have a natural cycle, you have to recycle. Yeah, this is water cycle, right? Water cycle. So what will happen to water? What will happen to water? It's a cyclic process, right? Yeah. So basically, so it comes, it collected, and again, so this is called condensation, precipitation, collection, and evaporation. So those are the components of water cycle. And there are some intermediate things like transpiration, right? So that is also there. So anyway, you have a set of processes in water cycle that is naturally happen. If there's no natural cycle, you have to recycle. So since plastic and this component, electronic, those components are not having a natural cycle, we have to recycle. Right? Okay, there are many companies. I'll share this with you, and let me show So these are called electronic garbages. So we learned the summary of this lesson. Electronic garbages means everything throw out. The plastic, metals, everything. What will happen? That will damage. Here you can see keyboards, laptop components thrown away. So that is day by day, that is damaging the health of us as well as health of earth, health of the earth. So it's damaging our planet. So you can reduce. We learned you can reduce. Using that you can, like this, you can create a flower pot, or you can reuse. You can create some innovative things, and you can reuse by repairing, or you can reduce, recycle, the third thing. So here you can see how this is done, right? So you have some refuse also. So you can refuse using plastic bags. So that is additional thing, right? You can refuse using plastic. You can reduce using plastic bags, and you can recycle. So there are recyclable items like plastic, metals can be recycled. Right then, so this is one video I found in internet. So this shows one place. You can see a recycling plant. So basically they collect the recycling things, materials, and they categorize these materials. Divide this into components and categorize these materials. And they send this to the recycling plants. Right? They send this to recycling plants. So here what will happen in a recycling plant. So this is also I have taken from a recycling plant. First it will put all these materials. So basically various technologies are used. So the first one is actually divide into small pieces. Then using magnetism, using a magnet, the metal parts are taken out. Then it will further divide into, further separate into small pieces. And through those pieces again, it will separate metals. Here you can see. This is using magnet, it will separate the materials. This is like micro level. So now it has divided to very small items, and you can see metal is collected from that. This is metal. So they different phases. So the large parts can be captured early stages. But those are in the circuit board වල වගේ තියෙන චූටි ඒවා capture කරන්න වෙන්නේ අන්තිමට. Because those are small, very small. Those we have to capture later. These useful materials then sent to the different factories. The මේවගෙන් ගන්න මේ තියෙන useful ඒවා. මේවා යවනවා factories වලට ආපහු තඹ කම්බි cables හදන්න, again to create electronics, it will be sent to those factories. So the not useful materials, you are asked that not unuseful things, the things which are not used, Actually, those are destroyed carefully without damaging the environment. And this is, again, I'll show another one. How shell drain happens. Wait. This is again the same video, same thing. How you divide this into pieces and all. Right now, I think you know, you can understand the process inside this kind of factory, how this is done in a recycling factory. It's not easy to do the recycling. That's why. Can we do this at home? අපිට ගෙදර කරන්න පුළුවන්ද මේක recycle? It's not possible to do this for. So electronic wastages, it's not possible. That's why you have to send this to these organizations. I'll send you the contacts of these organizations, including these slides. So then you can find the nearby one. And if you have any waste, or if you have waste from the nearby neighbors, so you can collect that and hand over to the nearby organization, company to recycle. It's our responsibility. Otherwise, what will happen if we are not going to recycle? It will damage our environment, right? It will definitely damage our environment. So here, so you can see how, so all three things are there in your textbook. The reducing method is there. And this is not really good. Because in monitors, you have dangerous substances. So dangerous materials inside the monitors. So it's not good to use this as a flower pot, right? So here some of they have used, but it's not really good. It's poison. It's not good to use as a power pot, even though it's shown. Then the recycle. So those are the 3 R's which can be used to manage computer garbages or e-waste. Right. So the last topic or the last activity is about how to give computer a password. So how to give a computer a password. Okay. So I'll show you some example. So if you're using a password like, so can you tell me whether this is good password or bad password? So you are, even you're using in like, if you can use these cards in emails, the passwords in emails, computer, anywhere. So can you tell me, is it good password? ABC123. Is it a good password? Bad password?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's not good.
Why?
Anyone can find this one.
Anyone can guess that easily. Try this one. So if someone is using like something like this, Pirusha grade 5, is it a good password?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why?
Because
It uses a word which can be guessed. Right? So the first one is too easy. So this is too easy. Therefore, it's not good. The second one is can guess. Therefore, it is also not good. Okay, I'll use a password like this. Is it good?
No, sir.
no, sir.
No. Why?
Someone can know
Yes, seems to be
the phone number.
a TP
The
number. Yes.
you the
At in your home.
Can guess. And what about this? So again, not good. Why? Seems to be a date. Can be guessed. So these are like these are not strong password. Not strong. So these are not strong passwords. But What about this? So what about this password? You can use st1 at and you can use a password like so these are very good passwords, strong passwords. But if you're using a password like this, is it good? Right. So this is also not good. Why? This is again too lengthy. This is also not good. Because to type password, it will take like 1 or 2 minutes. To type the password, it will take 1 or 2 minutes. So it's too long. Right? Okay.
Sometimes we can't remember it.
Yes, sometimes you will not be able to remember the passwords too. Right, when you're using passwords in computers, you are advised to use strong passwords with number, capital letter, simple letter, and
Symbols.
symbols. So this is how you generate a strong password. Sometimes in some websites, when you want to create logins, it's asking for strong password, especially this Edmodo one. Edmodo hadith talking about the strong password that then again. It's asking for strong passwords. Okay, so the last thing is this. This is about your passwords. And I'll give you the notebook. I no need to write this again. So I'll send the note with this presentation to your Edmodo. This presentation and the note, I'll send it to Edmodo. You can watch that, right? So then next day,